My name is Michael Hilkemeyer, and I help teachers successfully integrate technology in early childhood education. This is the second of our live webinar lesson series for early childhood educators. And tonight I'm going to show you how to build and maintain a responsive relationship in early childhood education by employing evidence-based strategies with technology already present in your learning environment. Relationships are a core part of the early years learning framework in Australia and are also central to our accredited online course Harness Technology in Early Childhood Education Today, of which I have a special extended offer for webinar participants tonight. So stay tuned throughout tonight's webinar for this offer because I'm telling you it is going to be huge, absolutely huge. You can help yourself gain the most from these webinars by personalizing them, and you can request help on a topic or issue that you are seeking information about. However, this is only an option available to course participants. So if you want to personalize these future webinar lessons, then look out for the special offer that I'm bringing to you tonight and jump on board this learning journey with us. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you 3 strategies that will enable you to value and build on your relationships in a way that will motivate and engage children in learning. Before I get started, I want to ask you to do this. I want you to think about, what do you think are the top 3 ways to build relationships in education today? The top 3 that come to your mind. Get a piece of paper, write them down, and to have that in front of you throughout this lesson tonight, so that at the end of this lesson you can come back and reflect and think about how you can use the strategies you've learned tonight to those 3 key ways that you believe are the top ways to build relationships in education. Let's get started. First up, I'm going to show you how to build upon your relationships by developing a foundational understanding of its role in supporting learning. Relationships in education form the foundation to effective student learning. And learning is best done with people and not for them. So it is most effective when learners are participants rather than recipients. And the central element in promoting learning, therefore, is promoting relationships. So, what are the 3 strategies for this? First, you need to build participation. And this is best done by developing an authentic learning relationships with the children. One such example has been where a school has provided a school-wide collaborative project that the students can participate in. And this was seen to have really good results in building the participation of the children in the project itself. Another way is to offer recognition, because children need to be recognized for who they are and where they come from and what they achieve. And a key strategy for doing this would be to, for example, to group children by ability and not by age. This works well for two reasons. First of all, it strengthens the relationships. If a child is in a group of children of similar capabilities, then, well, there will be, I would say, a very small chance, or be a possibility that there will be a little bit of competition between the children. But if they were in like a group of children that were of varying, capabilities. For example, you could have a child who has a high level of capability in ICT with, another group of children with a lower level of capability. There is an excellent opportunity then for the rest of the children to learn from that child who has better capabilities than them, to learn from their peers. And that gives them recognition for what they do. And then the other children also then are able to gain recognition for their achievements as well. The next strategy would be to make children feel cared for, because they also need to be in relationships that help them feel cared for and secure. In the past, there have been schools or centres that has offered mentoring programs. They have provided family support work. There's also been programs to foster emotional resilience. These have all been good strategies to be able to help children feel cared for in their learning environment. And then you can also foster motivation, as students need relationships that motivate them to learn. So you can do this through personalizing strategies. So these are all the key pillars of building and enhancing relationships in education today. And when children are supported with relationships that feature these aspects, then it has been proven that they will learn the subject that they are working on at the moment. Now I'm going to show you how to establish a starting point for relationships in education, so that you can accurately plot a path for learning with technology. And the first strategy that I would encourage you to use, it's really, really important. I cannot emphasize this enough, that you understand how children use technology at home. If you want to enhance and build a responsive relationship with children in early childhood education, it is essential that you do this. You need to build a big picture of the experiences that children bring with them. Some strategies that you could use, some ideas that you could use for this might be to invite families to tell you about their child's technology interests. And this could either be through informal conversation or by offering a context such as making an all about me book together. Another idea would be to observe children at play using a range of information and communication technology devices. Observation is the best method of assessment when a child is using technology. And then finally, you could talk with parents on a regular basis on their child's technology interests, as well as the learning and development. So these are some key ideas in be able to help you get started. And this is just not an idea for you to implement at the beginning of the year when the child first enters your learning environment. This needs to be done throughout the whole year to be able to keep up to date on where they are. It is actually seen as one of the most effective formative assessment strategies in early childhood in relation to technology use today. The other strategy there, it would be to support families in their use of technology with their children. It is entirely up to you as the teacher to establish a dialogue with parents about what technology is in their young children's lives. By involving them in what they are doing and why, you may even help alleviate some fears and support them in making choices in relation to technology use. So you could encourage a conversation about technology use. Some other ideas might be to communicate with families about their child's skills, knowledge, and understanding about technology, and ensure that the parents are also involved in the ICT policy for the school or centre that you work at. And a lasting idea would be to model the appropriate ways to use technology so that the parents and carers themselves can see through your use the appropriate ways to use technology. Building a responsive relationship with technology in early childhood education and care not only forms a key part of the early years learning framework, but also of that of our online PD, which this lesson is a part of. And while I have put this lesson together for you, I would much rather provide you with a personalized lesson so that I can ensure that you are achieving your learning goals and that the strategies that you are implementing will in the future make an impact on the student learning in your learning environment. Live lessons are only available to course participants. So here's a special offer for you tonight. This is what I've been talking about at the beginning of this live webinar. This offer has already been going on for a number of days now. But this is a limited offer for webinar participants tonight. I have extended this for the next 3 days only. 3 days only, you get a special discount on your subscription for the next 12 payments. You only pay less than $17. My gosh. The other day, I took my car to the car wash and I paid $20 to get to run it through the automatic car wash. This subscription cost is less than that. On top of that, you get to taste a sample of the course yourself to get a better insight. For 30 days, free of charge. Have a free trial of the course. Subscription normally costs $25 per month, but for the next 3 days only, you will only pay $16.70 for the next 12 payments for the next year, while you go through and build your capacity as a early childhood teacher and carer by implementing these strategies and making sound instructional strategies, instructional decisions. So grab this offer tonight and run with it. I'm telling you, this will not last. It's limited, 3 days only. It will be absolutely mind-blowing for you. Read the reviews, read the testimonials, check out the ratings while you are doing the 30-day free trial. And I hope to see you in the course soon. So if you want to get in now, I have dropped the link into the comments for you, so you can click on it right now and have a look for yourself right away. Well, finally, I'm going to show you how to form an important basis for your curriculum decision making so that you can extend and anticipate children's technology learning. And there are a number of relationships that can be established within any early childhood context. These are child and child, child and teacher and parent or carer relationships. But because of the time limit for this webinar, we only focus on child and teacher so that you can really encapsulate the strategies that you've learned tonight to be more responsive to a child's technology skills, interests, and abilities in your learning environment. So the first strategy I'm going to invite you to use is to determine a starting point for technology learning. How did I say this is going to help? What are some ideas for this then? Observe the child using the technology in a range of technological devices. Another idea would be to ask open-ended questions such as, what do you think? Or what would happen if? And then most importantly, a key method of observation and assessment in early childhood, and it also sticks with technology observation as well, is to document and log their progress in relation to the ICT skills and techniques demonstrated. Because from there, you can plan effectively the next technique or skills that they need to learn. And that's how learning progression occurs. Not just in technology, but throughout any learning area. So that's very important. From here, you can then model technology skills and techniques that they need to use. And this is all about developing child ICT capability in early childhood education and care. And you can demonstrate ICT techniques in a whole class setting as an idea for you to use. On top of that, it will be important for you to focus on the concepts behind the skills, because conceptual understanding is a core component of ICT capability. It is what constitutes ICT capability, along with higher order skills, ICT techniques, processes, routines. So it's very important that you do that. Additionally, when you do model these technology skills and techniques, that you challenge the naive ideas about handling ICT tools and techniques. If you can see a better way, or if you can demonstrate and explain a better way for children to be able to use a technique that they're using, show it to them. Explain to them why this would be a better way to do it. Another idea, strategy to use would be then to model the self-regulated use of technology. Now this was also stated in the statement on young children and digital technologies by the Early Childhood Education Organisation in Australia. And along the way, you can also demonstrate your own capabilities in ICT. Finally, I would encourage you to use to support children in turn taking and learning with technologies. And some ideas for you to try here would be to stimulate and structure the technology by setting clear objectives, structuring the activities, and having high expectations. You also need to provide the right scaffolding and support the learning, such as demonstrating clearly on a big screen the actions to be followed. So here are some key ideas that you can implement today. They are all practical and they are immediately actionable. So take notice of these, but they are all just the tip of the iceberg, and we delve more into these strategies in our online PD for early childhood educators. So how then does this course further build your capacity as a responsive educator in early childhood education? Well, a responsive educator also assesses a child's skills, abilities, and interests. And we focus that on a core component of the course focuses on that specifically. We delve deeply into formative assessment strategies that you can embed into your practices. We also provide strategies to help you challenge children's thinking with technology use. There are strategies to help you with effective support and scaffolding of children's technology learning. There are strategies to help you extend children's learning with technology. And there are strategies not only to strengthen your relationship as a teacher and a child, as a teacher and child, as you learn together, but also as you share decisions and respect and trust. And finally, there are strategies to help you when a child is playing with technology. And in addition, there are also intentional strategies as well. All these are core components, essential elements to being a responsive educator that responds to a child's skills, interests, and abilities in technology use today, in digital technology use today. So it enables you to respectfully enter a children's play and to stimulate their thinking and enrich their learning. So jump on board with this limited offer today for the next 3 days only. I've left the link to the course in the comments so you can check it out. But don't wait too long because this offer will not last. So that's a 30-day free trial of the course. We can get a sample of what you might learn further. And then you get to have a huge discount. Pay less than $20, less for what it cost me to get my car washed through an automatic washing service. $16.70 per month for the next 12 payments for the next year. You get to save on your subscription. After that, subscription goes back to $25 per month. So this concludes tonight's lesson. And remember, if you want to personalize your lessons, I encourage you to enroll in this course today. To be able to help me meet your needs as a course participant. So whether you are watching this live or the recording, thank you for tuning in, and I hope to see you in the course soon itself.